Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Over the past week, a lot of you would have discovered the government preparedness website, and it is a good place to start because it does get you thinking about the emergency situations before they happen. But there are a few practical things that could make a huge difference to your family that are simply just not mentioned there. So point number one, unfortunately the emergencies rarely last just 72 hours. Yet for some reason the online advice and a lot of kits, pre-packaged kits you buy out there, saying that the 3 days is just an average what people should be prepared for. Unfortunately, life doesn't work like this. So even if we're talking about the food shortages, water outages, electricity outages, we're talking about the supply chain disruptions, all of that could last far longer than 3 days. And a question you should be asking your family, not whether you can just stay at home and survive for 3 days, but can your family actually be comfortable if the coming back to normal takes longer than expected? So number two is your freezer should be a major part of your preparedness plan. There is always advice telling people that we should be stocking up on the tins, the pastas and rices, but nobody actually ever talks about protecting what you already have. So if you have a look inside your freezer, chances are you have a good few £100 worth of food in there, be it the meat joints, be it the garden produce or pre-prepared meals. What if suddenly you wake up and your freezer has packed up and started to defrost? So do you know, A, what food you have in there? Do you know how long your freezer is going to be lasting without power? Do you know what to do with the foods in there? Do you actually have a general plan? So sometimes protecting what you already have is actually far more important than buying more. The next one is actually very much underestimated one, is the communication. I think we all take this for granted. We have a phone, you pick it up, you can make a phone call, you can send a message, you can make a video call, and we don't just think anything about it because it is part of our everyday life. But what if this is no longer available? What actually happens then? What happens if you cannot get hold of the members of your family, or vice versa? Who's going to be picking up kids from school if you can't get there on time and you can't tell them? Do you have a place where you can meet all together if something happens and you have to leave your house? What happens if messaging system is not available at all? What happens then? See, a lot of people, a lot of families don't even have this conversation, but by having just one single plan and having that 5-minute conversation could really save you a lot of panic later. Following on too is the important documents. Yes, there is always talks about documents, but nobody really truly explained to say, well, yes, documents, of course. You have your passport, your car paperwork, your medical records, that kind of thing. But nobody really talks about any details, well, what it is that you need to do with the documents. See, probably like an average family, you'll have your random documents scattered across the house. You might have your passport in your drawer, you might have the paperwork for the car upstairs, and somewhere else just scattered in different places. But how many of us actually have the paper copy of each of the very important documents? Probably not many. Do you have a digital copy of all the documents in the memory stick? Probably not. But it is really, really important. All of the documents that can prove who you are and what you owe should be in one place and quickly available. So the question is to you, if suddenly you have to leave now, can't you find your documents in 2 minutes? So preparedness website talks about generally emergencies, but it doesn't actually tell you to learn your own house and make sure that everybody in your household doing the same. First of all, do you know where your stopcock is? Do you know how to manually turn off the electricity? Do you know where the main switch is to put the electricity back on if it's tripped? Do you know, for example, maybe how to open the electrical garage door by hand if suddenly that failed? All of this information is extremely important, and everybody in your house should be able to know how to do all of those things. See, the preparedness website can't tell you everything about your home. You can't know everything about your home, but you and your family definitely should. Another thing, unfortunately, the preparedness website doesn't tell you is to test your plans. Having all the gear and no idea is not going to be helping you in the emergency. Have you actually tried switching off the electricity for the whole day or evening or even maybe the weekend? Have you tried cooking without any power? Have you tried turning off of Wi-Fi for a day or so, especially if you're having kids? See, the preparedness shouldn't be just about what you own, but what you practice. Because by practicing something in advance, if, God forbid, the situation arises, at least you know you and your family have been there, tested it, and you know exactly what to do. And the final thing is the mindset. There is no encouragement for people to actually get into specific thinking mindset of preparing your family for the specific thing. Because I think getting advice to people, just stocking up on the items, it's good, but you have to be mentally prepared. You have to get to the point of building yourself and your family that confidence. Because as I said, having stuff, having food is great. Having all the gear and everything else is fine, but it's the confidence you need. It's the practicing of the things that you need. Every day, every little scenario that you do going to be making you and your family far more resilient. Having stuff is good, but you have to be in the correct frame of mind to accept what you're currently doing for you and your family. And this is why I say the resilience starts at home, not with the fear, not with the panic, but by asking yourself a simple question. If something were to happen tonight, how prepared are you? What are you missing? And what would make your life easier in that kind of situation? If you answer this honestly, then you know where to start. Anyway, guys, I do hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I shall see you in the next one. Bye-bye.